Rhinus, and I go by Levi Tanner. Primitive Parlor, Salon and Barber. We have been open on Main Street a little over 3 months. It's just cool. I like the vibes of it. When I saw it, I was looking for a clothing brand to kind of fit the vibes of the shop. It's kind of new school, old school. And they got a lot of traditional looking designs, and I'm really into that aspect of, you know, tattooing and clothing and style and stuff like that. It's kind of coming back, and it's super cool to me. Well, right after high school, I've always been into art, so I was kind of getting into tattooing and stuff like that. And wasn't quite paying the bills, so I was doing the whole construction grind, and that, you know, just wasn't for me. Hard on the body, and then my mom's done hair since before I was really even thought. So I kind of entertained the fact a little bit. You know, I always thought it'd be cool, but I never really, you know, knew which route to take to become a barber. And then I took a job up in Rochester, and I was doing that whole grind, driving back and forth every day. I came back one weekend, and I was just kind of bagging on what I was doing, not having a whole lot of that. My mom was just kind of made the decision for me, basically, got my foot in the door, and she's like, you have an appointment at the Salon Professional Academy tomorrow at 3, wear a nice shirt and don't be drunk. So I went and tried it out. I ended up deciding to not go back to my job that day, and I started about a month later, and I've just been doing this ever since. It was kind of a thought. My mom was the first one to bring it up, because I knew that, especially around here, there wasn't a whole lot, you know, of my style shops or anything like that. There's really hardly any barber shops, especially for younger people. And I couldn't, you know, when I started school, we kind of thought about maybe opening the shop. She thought it'd be super cool, you know, my mom. And about halfway through school, she, like, you know, kind of grilled me about it. She's like, is this what you want to do? And I was like, yeah, let's start looking for a spot. So we, right when I graduated, my mom found this spot, and it just kind of, I didn't have a job yet. I was cutting out of the house, and we just kind of committed to it. It's kind of like a leap of faith, pretty much. I wanted it to be comfortable and pretty laid back. I didn't want anybody to walk in and feel crazy overwhelmed with like colors or make it look basically like a restaurant or anything like that. So I thought it'd be cool if we kept it really simple and let, you know, put different kind of splashes of color around and different pictures and stuff like that. But, you know, the gray, white, and black is really, it's really aesthetically pleasing to pretty much anybody. It goes with anything. Any haircuts you do in here are going to look great. There's not crazy, you know, oranges and yellows and blues and nuts colors bouncing off, everything like that. So it keeps it traditional, but it also kind of brings the new school vibes to it too. So it started as me and my mom. She was going to be doing hair out of the back, and I was just going to be up here in my barber shop. And then we had another girl that came to us and asked if we, you know, had thought about doing anything with skin or waxing or nails or anything like that. And my mom kind of jumped on it really quick. I thought that it'd be super cool, and we had the means to do it. We had a spot upstairs that would have worked great for her. So she hopped on board. So we got an esthetician, Amber, who's incredible at what she does. And now within the next month, we have a massage therapist that's going to be starting 2 upstairs. So basically bringing the full service vibes to the whole place. And my girlfriend Autumn also works in the back now. She just signed on with us. So keeping it, you know, keeping it in the family. It's super cool. So the name was a bit of a, I wouldn't say not a problem, but you know, it definitely took us the longest to figure out of anything about the shop, because we wanted it to stand out, but we didn't want it to be anything that could be confused with anything else. We were kind of toying around with the name The Parlor, and we thought that would be cool, but you know, it could be a beauty parlor, a nail parlor, it could be a, you know, an ice cream parlor, anything like that. So we didn't know if that was directly the direction we wanted to go with it. And I'm more of a simple, like, you know, I like old school, simple, get kind of down to the roots of it. So I really like the name Primitive. I thought it'd be super cool. And it came down to like the night before we were signing a lot of the licensing and stuff like that, when we had to have a name set in stone. And we kind of arguing about it, couldn't figure out exactly which of the two we wanted. So let's just put them both together, and Primitive Parlor kind of came into being and fits really good now.
They got to be accepted. The what? The life is hectic. I'm so tired. She broke out of me.
I don't know. Me personally, I'm a live in the second kind of guy. I'm always on to bigger and better and the next step. But I see Primitive Parlor being around for a little bit. We got a good location, everything like that, and it's coming up quick. So if this keeps going the way it is and progressing how it's been, then I'll probably be here for a little bit, just kind of doing my thing and grinding away.
Okay.
I'm still young, so I got a lot of time to be doing my thing. So
Awesome.
I'm pretty content hanging for a little bit. My mom is probably honestly my biggest influence. I've never really worked with any other barbers or anything like that, so the business aspect of it definitely comes from my mom. Just kind of being up on my game and customer service and working with your clients and everything is huge. Just kind of, being around a great stylist like that and just listening to how she talks to people and finishes her, her cuts and everything like that. And then like the aesthetic aspect of it is a lot. It has a lot to do with my personal style, how I cut and everything. So I don't really cut hair like a whole lot of other people, but I just, I'm just kind of figuring out as I go. And I follow a lot of, old school barbers on Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that is huge. Just, seeing where everybody else is progressing and what kind of cuts they're doing and trying to bring that, the big city flair to lacrosse.